for. Cell phone users beware, Big Brother may be listening. The Federal Bureau of Investigation can now hear everything you say, even when the cell phone is turned off.
Nobody wants you to get rich. You're on the outside looking in. They told me I shouldn't do this, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to bring you on the inside. Show you the truth. The gurus, your boss, the government, and everyone else who wants to keep you poor don't want you to hear. The real reason you failed and are going to keep failing unless you listen to what I have to say. I know what it feels like to have the world against you, all alone, broke, buried in debt, having a heart attack every time you get another credit card bill, every time you look into your empty bank account. Listen, nobody's told you this before, and I shouldn't say a thing, but right now, you're part of the biggest conspiracy never told. A conspiracy to steal from you, to suck cash out of your pockets and keep you right where you are now and forever. In the same place you've been since day one, ever since you started thinking about making money online, the bottom of the ladder, to keep you desperate and addicted. And to make sure no matter what you do, no matter what you try, no matter how hard you work, no matter how lucky you get, you will never, ever, ever succeed and make the kind of money you're promised. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you tried to reach out to an online guru and actually got help? Or even got an answer? Or even got anything at all? When's the last time you got anything except for that feeling of anger in the pit of your stomach as your bank balance just keeps falling and you go deeper in debt? That nauseous feeling that tells you you've been lied to yet again, that you've been manipulated, that you've been ripped off. Listen, the fact is, if you keep playing the same game, you're never going to win. The gurus and scammers won't let you. It's like trying to fight Mike Tyson in his prime. Like trying to beat Michael Jordan on the basketball court. Like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Whether you like it or not, the chips have been stacked against you since day one. You, my friend, have been dealt a losing hand from the get-go. From a rigged deck of cards that's designed to keep you broke. And if you don't do something about it now, you're going to continue playing the dirty game that you can't ever win. But if you do want to do something about it now, then here's your shot. I told you I'd bring you in, and I did. I have opened the door for you. It's up to you to take the first step inside. Behind this very page you're on right now lies a specially configured server loaded with everything you need to finally win for once, and the opportunity to start earning money as soon as tonight. Listen, just by opening your eyes to what's really going on, taking a deep breath, doing what I tell you in the next few minutes, you could be on your way to siphoning off all the cash you and your family need, and a whole lot more than that, in a market that's 100 times bigger than the internet, that the gurus and scammers can't touch because they're missing the one piece of the puzzle, the server with the top secret software. So no more. No more PPC, no more article marketing, no more Facebook ads, no more creating products, no more doing launches, no more SEO, no more blogging, no more domaining, no more CPA, no more bullshit. This is a server loaded with top secret technology, and in just a second, I'm going to flat out give you access to this underground software. The software cost me over $16,000 to develop. The software that almost cost me my marriage and my kids. They could finally be the key to the freedom you've been searching for, if you just open your eyes and use it. Let me just show you the amazing results this simple, automated system has helped produce for me and my family. Like I said, I don't even want to sell you this software. I want to just flat out give it to you, and for a very good reason that you'll see why. But first, I need to open your eyes to the conspiracy that's been holding you back for so long, and tell you the story about how I discovered the dirty secret of what really goes on online. how it almost cost me everything, and how giving you this software and helping you finally get rich is my payback, my driving goal, and my revenge. My name is Frank Lucas. You may have heard of me before, because 6 months ago I made a huge mistake. I gave up my status as a secret millionaire to teach 15,435 people just like you how to tap into over 5.2 billion cell phones in the world to create a flood of mobile traffic and cash that makes PPC, Facebook ads, and CPA look like a joke. And when I was done, after I shared my secrets and turned regular people the gurus had been abusing for years into genuine online moneymakers, I swore I'd walk away forever. And I almost did. That was the deal I had with my beautiful wife, Sarah, the woman who stood by me through everything and gave me 3 amazing kids. I never wanted to be famous. I never wanted to be in the public eye. I never wanted to pick a fight with the loser gurus who take some sick joy out of ripping hard-working people off. I just wanted to help people. I just wanted to make some millionaires and show some people that the dream really was doable. Share the secrets I'd learned that had transformed my life, and then fade away to my early retirement to raise my kids, make love to my wife, and live the good life. 6 months ago, I decided I needed to leave my old life behind. Sarah and I packed up the kids into our Escalade and decided to go out and live the good life in San Diego. We just wanted to relax, enjoy the easy money we were still raking in every day on autopilot, hobnob with the internet millionaires who are thick as thieves in sunny Southern California, retire. We cozied up in a $1 million condo overlooking the San Diego Bay while we looked for our dream home and prepared to do a whole lot of nothing. I just wanted to get out of the game, be a husband and a dad, and live the good life. Then I met Jack and discovered a secret that's going to change your life forever. Jack was my new next-door neighbor, 32 years old, already the richest guy I'd ever met in my life, and I've met more millionaires than I could count. Jack was one of those guys you have friends of friends talk about. Young, rich, and wildly successful. Drove a brand new Ferrari California, semi-retired, working only 1 to 2 hours per day tops. To him, anything over 10 hours of work per week was considered overtime. Every once in a while, I'd hear him joke around about making a couple $100,000 in an off day. Hanging out in the yard one night, he mentioned he'd made $105,032 in one day and $1 million in a week, even though he was off on vacation in Hawaii. He was obviously someone who knew what he was doing. One day, Jack called me up and asked me if I wanted to come by the house. He said he was having some friends over who he thought I'd like to meet. I thought I was just going to go over there and play poker or have a beer. But when I saw the faces in the room, I knew I stumbled onto something big. Little did I know, I found myself among the richest online marketers on the planet. I found myself in a secret society of online millionaires, movers and shakers. You couldn't step foot in the house unless you made $1 million a year, cash. And there wasn't a guy in the room who worked more than 15 minutes a day. 17 guys, 9 of which you've heard of, and the other 8 you'll never hear from. I was number 18. A new member wasn't allowed in the past 3 years. I was the first. Now, here's the weird part. Even though every one of these guys was an internet millionaire, all any of them could talk about was getting out of internet marketing and going where the real money was. That they'd found something better than the internet and a hell of a lot more profitable. We all sat at this giant granite table in Jack's living room. He cleared his throat, and with a smile that sent chills up my spine and looking me right in the eye, he said, "There's a level below this level. The deep internet awaits." And he showed me a secret network that he and his friends have been using to make massive amounts of money without selling info products, doing CPA, or doing any of the stuff the gurus tell you have to do to make money online. Honestly, the market these guys showed me makes online marketing look like a joke. 8 trillion transactions taking place right now without nobody else knowing about it. Over $159 billion of revenue a year, growing at a pace no one on earth has ever seen before. Untraceable traffic, tapping into over 5.2 billion cell phones all over the world, pulling in millions of dollars. I couldn't believe the sheer amount of money these guys were making. I couldn't believe nobody had ever heard of this before. And most of all, I couldn't believe they were doing all this by hand. Little did they know, while they were talking, I was already 5 minutes into texting my Russian software development team top secret instructions on how to build what would be known as the first ever mobile money machine. By the time I left that meeting 3 hours later, we had a working prototype, software that tapped into the deep internet to get a piece of a $10 billion a year pie like clockwork. To take a backdoor approach to making money that anyone can use starting immediately. To create passive, unstoppable income streams literally at the push of a few buttons. I rushed home, cracked open my laptop, and fired up the code my programmer had sent me. I hit the go button at the bottom of the screen. I said a tiny prayer. I set up a campaign, and I waited. Nothing happened for a while. I was skeptical. This couldn't possibly be this easy. And then, about 60 minutes later, the sales started rolling in, just like we planned. And I couldn't believe it when the mountain of cash started coming in. I still remember that rapid beating in my chest as I sat there hunched over my computer, watching the cash in my account shoot up, realizing I was onto something the gurus and the scammers could never hope to touch, never mind replicate, because they were missing the key piece that made it all possible, the secret software I had built by my team. I was ecstatic. I was walking on air. I had a secret weapon, a way to create almost unlimited wealth by tapping into over 5.2 billion cell phones all around the world. I knew I'd found the holy grail of making money, and I also knew something else deep in my gut. I knew I had to share this software. I knew I needed to give it away to the little guy and give you the unfair advantage you need to start making money tonight. See, I still remember sitting at that big table at that meeting, looking around at all the laughing faces and feeling sick to my stomach. Because these guys weren't just using this secret method to make money. Some were actually using it to rip regular folks like you and me off. If you've ever gotten an email pitching a hypey claim or a dirty product, it's because these guys were using the secrets of the dark internet against you. And as I sat there and watched the profits pile up, I knew this was how I could finally get back at all the gurus and scammers who had been beating and abusing the regular, hard-working people for so long. I could get this software into the hands of the hungry little guy who would latch onto this, blast it out to the world, and experience for themselves what it's like to make real money on absolute autopilot without any of the BS the gurus tell you you have to do. If you're one of the very few people I let grab this software, you'll be in the money position. We'll tap into this secret technology to build a massive list of untraceable leads. And you won't even need a list, a website, a product, any experience in order to cash in big with this breakthrough secret affiliate technology. Software I could only call mobile money machines. To give you a massive list of mobile addicts ready to stuff your pockets full of cash, literally at the push of a few buttons, and to give you a source of guru-proof wealth that means you'll never have to listen to another lame info product or go to another internet marketing seminar again. Listen, flat out, if you're smart enough to know how to check your voicemail, you can use this software to start making sales as soon as tonight. The mobile money machine software uses the back door of the dark internet to insert your personal commission-attracting affiliate link onto thousands, tens of thousands, or even millions of Facebook, Twitter, and Google pages. Become the middleman on thousands of transactions a day and get paid again and again and again without doing any work at all. The best part? Nobody has a clue how this software really works, or about the secret connections at the primal base level of the internet that force computer and cell phone manufacturers to basically open up the doors to Fort Knox and shovel piles of cash into your pocket where they belong. Think about it for a second. Do you think some loser info marketing guru is going to be able to figure this stuff out? No freaking way. Which means you can use this software to huge affiliate commissions. Pay off your debts, have the vacation of your dreams, and it works for you even if you have no experience, no technical expertise, no list, no money, no JV partners, no product, and have never made one red cent online before. Heck, you don't even need to own a computer to cash in on this. Since the software is hosted on my server, which is absolutely bulletproof and can handle all the traffic you throw at it, you don't need to install anything on your computer at all. Honestly, my server is the only server in the world that connects the public internet with this underground internet, which is why I have to host the software myself. You could borrow a friend's laptop for 10 minutes of simple online setup. Start up the mobile money machine software, hit go, and watch as the money starts pouring in and keep making money for weeks, months, or even years without touching or changing a thing. Let me show you just what happens when you start using the mobile money machine software. On the left, you can see one of my old ClickBank accounts using traditional traffic-getting methods. On the right, you can see the same account just a few months later after I discovered and implemented the technology from the mobile money machine system. This is 100% undeniable proof of just how incredibly powerful this software is, how much traffic is just sitting there waiting for you to take it, and how much money you can make when you put this system to work. Listen. This has already changed everything for you, because if you walk away from this page right now, then you've already lost. But you need to be prepared for what it's going to be like when you suddenly don't need to worry about money anymore. When you've got so much cash just sitting in your bank account that you stop paying attention to how much things cost. When all the problems that are plaguing you right now just fade away like a bad dream. I know when that switch flipped for me, it was a shock. It took me a while to get used to flying first class everywhere I went, ordering whatever the heck I wanted at restaurants without worrying how much it cost, buying gifts for my wife and kids just because I could, and smashing my alarm clock with a ball-peen hammer because I knew I would never need it again. Just imagine this for a minute. Imagine sleeping like a baby for the first time in months, or even years. Waking up, not because your damn alarm starts screaming, but just because you feel like it. And walking over to the computer to find out you made more while you were sleeping than some people make in a whole year. Would that feel pretty good? You bet it would. And here's the really cool part. Just use your password to log in to the mobile money machine server, set up your first campaign, and you could be making money as soon as tonight. No info products to wade through. No hours and hours of BS training videos that don't teach you a damn thing beyond how to sit on your butt and waste time. No hypnotic guru crap where some loser tries to convince you he's got magic money-making powers. All you have to do is log into the server. It takes seconds to do. Fill out a few forms, hit the go button, and you'll be in business. In fact, here's what I want you to do. After you set up the software, go reward yourself. Take the dog for a walk around the block. Go down to the bar. Go tell a woman in your life that you love her. Heck, give her the kind of kiss you haven't given her in years because you've been too stressed out about money. Or go spend some actual quality time with your kids and really enjoy them. You know, do something important. The kind of thing you're going to be able to do all the time once you discover how easy it is to get all the cash you need literally at the push of a button. Then come back and see what happened when you were gone. See how much money you can make in this simple, easy way without having to really do anything at all, even if you're 100% dead broke now. Hey, I've got a question for you. How much is it worth to you to hit a few buttons on your keyboard, walk away, and come back a few hours later to money in your account? Let me ask you a question. If you just made 1/10 of a penny from every cell phone in the world, how much would that be worth? With over 5.2 billion cell phones in the world, just being able to get 1/10 of 1% from every phone in the world would give you over $5 million. Heck, what if you could only make 1/10 of that? Or 1/100th? Heck, what if you just made 1 measly cent from 100,000 cell phone users each and every day? That would be $1,000 a day and $30,000 a month just by making 1 measly cent per cell phone user. Could you find a way to use an extra $30,000 right now? Would an entire month's income literally at the push of a few buttons have a positive impact on your life? Because if you can't begin making sales today with the help of this automated software, there's probably something wrong with you. The possibilities are endless because there's literally nobody else out there who figured this loophole out. Honestly, giving away this software could backfire on me. It's so powerful, it could end up being like giving a baby a gun. That's why, in order to protect your income streams and give you a massive unfair advantage and limit the chances that the wrong person gets a hold of this, I'm strictly limiting who gets the opportunity to crush it and pull in massive paydays with this shocking new software discovery. No exceptions, no BS. I'm strictly limiting access to the mobile money machine software to a small group of marketers savvy enough and smart enough to recognize a sure thing when they see it. But this is an extremely limited opportunity for those who take action immediately. After this, I'm done.